You're juxtaposing like slow-mo graphic violence with like
Okey-dokey.
like,
Yeah, like literally
I
that.
actually think the toads might be the bad guys. Oh yeah, sorry, this is about Fallout.
Did you know this video is brought to you by SQSP?
Oh, the all-in-one platform that helps us build our brand and business online? SQUARESPACE! Did you say Squarespace?
Welcome back to another episode of The Break Room. Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah. We actually, I think you were talking about it earlier. I don't think we've done this combination before, right?
No.
No, I don't think so.
I think it's usually one of the three of us is teching, so
usually
it's hard for three of us
Yeah.
to be the
Be
ones
here.
talking.
So yeah, no one's teching today. So is it? No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, welcome back to the show. And what are we talking about today?
Yeah, we all recently started watching the new Amazon Prime video show Fallout, based off of the video game series, very popular video game series. We're gonna just talk about it today. It was really great stuff. Did you guys end up finishing it?
Yeah, I did. I actually finished it. I watched 3 episodes last night.
Dang.
Oh, so you watched half of the show, then the other half.
Well, I mean, it was 8 episodes. So
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I watched 3 episodes last night. It was good. It was really good. I thought. I mean, I have a lot to say about it, but I think it's a very good video game adaptation. I think those are kind of hard to come by for sure.
Yeah,
for a variety of reasons.
I think it's also just like a fun post-apocalyptic world in general.
Yeah.
And I think it was like a different take on that we don't always see.
Yeah.
I'm like, it was a good time.
Yeah, because I feel like the show. Yeah, I guess we can kind of talk about it because I think maybe it has a draw, like you were saying, like that post-apocalyptic kind of alternate universe, alternative future type story where it's like anybody can jump in, and then it coincidentally is based on a video game franchise.
Yeah. I guess before we get too into it, are we doing spoilers or no spoilers?
Let's try not to do spoilers. I think like thematically we could talk about themes. I mean, yeah, overall, like what were your initial thoughts on like the show?
I thought it was really fun. I think especially having played the games before, it's to me it almost felt like I think I saw someone else talk about this where you can play the video game any 3 of the main characters. You can play the game that way. You can either be kind of clueless, or you can generally you're in a vault in a lot of the video games, but not always. But so you kind of be like Lucy. You can be the good guy, try to do the right thing. You can kind of just be confused the whole time, like Maximus, or like the ghoul. You can kind of just be evil in those games too.
Yeah.
And I think it's fun that they kind of showed the 3 types and and I think that kind of just was the whole tone of the show. It was it was dark and had these definitely some darker tones, but overall it's still really fun throughout the entire show.
Yeah, I think the thing that kind of made it super entertaining really was the tone, because sure there's some little bit of comedic relief in those kind of heavier games in general, but I think it was cool that it kind of took on this kind of dark comedy, black comedy type tone where it was you're juxtaposing very graphic violence, slow-mo graphic violence with
Okey-dokey. Yeah, literally that.
40s music, and then painting the vaulties. They don't say the F word or anything like that, but then when they start talking to everybody in on the surface or the surfies, then all that stuff just goes out the door.
Yeah, no, it was cool. I never played the game, but I was not the only thing I was aware of was the world, and I thought the world was really cool. Like you're saying, the juxtaposition of this retro 50s look, but knowing that it doesn't take place in that time, and then there's it's a weird nostalgic feeling, but then it's just a moment that's frozen, and it was cool. I watched this timeline breakdown of the entire
Wait,
people have made Fallout breakdown of the world and the timeline and how things exist, and I was like, oh, this is so interesting. I should definitely play these games now because this is so much fun. And I guess I was not aware either, the way that the Fallout games are, some of them are made to be played is you choose your faction that you want to side with, and determines the story or the outcome of the very end. I was like, oh, that's cool. That's generally the the story of this show too.
There's a lot of elements of it there's actually a lot of Easter eggs, I think, from the video game that is in it. Back to what I was saying earlier, I think it just happens to be good because in of itself, it's like a good piece of content. And then it just so happens to be loosely based on the video games.
I don't know if I would even say loosely though, because
it feels like it's pretty like it has its own stake in the
because
it almost feels like it's its own iteration of a game.
Yeah. It kind of feels like it's very much. I think what I appreciate about it. I don't know a ton about the Fallout world, but I've played a couple games.
Yeah.
It still feels genuine to the world that it's a part of, which I think is really important for even like in a game where it's or in a something where it's like, oh yeah, we're not following a story that's like being adapted directly, but still respecting the world that's supposed to take place in. Like I think they did a good job like balancing that while still making it like understandable for general audiences.
I actually think like the show, like for the number of like main protagonists, they all kind of like intertwine with each other, and then they all have their own story arcs that there is like a good amount of change for all three characters, or at least it reveals what kind of obviously through the use of like flashbacks, you get to have a better it paints a better picture of who the characters are, and like it's more than meets the eye.
Yeah,
kind of situation.
Optimus Prime.
Huh?
I was like, more than meets the eye. Optimus Prime.
Roll out.
Yeah.
Did you say Squarespace? Yeah, this video is brought to you by Squarespace. Austin, is that you?
Squarespace is unreal.
Dude, are you okay?
Think about it. You really expect me to believe that with Squarespace's Blueprint AI feature, that I can create personalized websites using a guided system that will give me professionally curated layouts that are tailored to my brand?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. They even have optimized SEO tools to help you get discovered more easily.
What? That saves too much time and is incredibly efficient. That's too good to be true. You're telling me that this all-in-one tool will take our videos from our different platforms and organize them into one beautiful video collection?
Actually, it's not just videos. You can set up a paywall on your site so you can sell exclusive content like memberships, courses, and other services.
That will make Squarespace the perfect all-in-one platform for building an online brand. That's incredible! Incredible!
Why can't you just believe Squarespace exists?
Because it's too good. And I'm afraid that even with all of Squarespace's tools, that won't be able to showcase what makes me unique.
Hey, you'll always be unique to us, Austin.
You guys mean that?
Absolutely.
And you know what? If you're still not sure about Squarespace, you can always give it a chance by heading to squarespace.com for a free trial.
And when you're ready to launch your site, go to squarespace.com/wangfu for 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Who are you guys talking to?
Viewers of this video, dude.
We're in a video? I think something else that was like really cool that they were able to pull off is like even taking something from the game and making it like cinematic.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you guys know, but like apparently, when he like spoilers for episode 2. But he like when the ghoul messes up that town.
Yes,
you know how that
you're talking about the speed ramping.
Yeah, that slow mo and everything. That's a reference
from
to
the
VATS
game
in Fallout. So like you have an option of like slowing down.
Where it highlights their head, and your shoulder and stuff like that. Right.
Honestly, it makes the game so much easier. Fallout 4, they
Whoa, which scene again?
When
he's
like
in a Philly.
Yeah, when he like kills everyone in Philly.
It goes into like this like slow motion, and then you see all the things, and it like. The bullets, like you see the bullet like leave his gun.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
slow motion. So that's a reference to something you do in the game. Like, oh, that's so cool. And like, honestly, that's when you feel the most powerful in Fallout, because like, oh, look at all these scrubs trying to shoot me. I'm just killing them all at once.
Yeah.
Having previously played the games, these aren't based off of characters, right? Like real characters.
No. None of them are.
So that's crazy then, because then I think it's really interesting now too that it's like every single character is like new but based off of a faction that exists in the game, and then they give you the ability to like flesh out these stories and give them like morality and like ooh like I guess too, are those like twists already like established in the games, like the morality of some of these like larger heads,
like Brotherhood of Steel,
or like even Vault-Tec and like all that.
Yeah, everyone knows Vault-Tec. Like,
Vault-Tec is known to be like that kind of like Wayland.
Yeah. Maybe not the twist. The twist of the last episode, that wasn't really so much.
Okay.
But like, again, spoilers. But I'm on such a big rabbit hole of like just different, like in TikTok, like just going through what all the other vaults did. They were like super.
Yeah, no,
up.
it's so crazy because like,
wait, what is that?
No, so there's apparently like 100 and some. There's 100 something vaults across the entire like United States, and each one
has their own
like science. Like
aspect to it,
science experiment, and it's like so freaking messed up.
Most of the vaults weren't supposed to succeed.
Yeah. No, it's nuts. Like I did not know any of that. So like watching it with like fresh eyes, I was like, this is crazy. This is so insane. And like it was really cool to kind of get that perspective into this world. And I'm like, oh, this makes me want to play the game even more. Like it feels more like accessible and palatable, so like actually like now go into the game and like really explore it all. Where would you guys put this in your list of game adaptations?
It's definitely very high up there.
I think it's cool. Like this adaptation does really well at incorporating the elements of the game into the story, because like I think it's like some people are like, I think it's like you take the adaptation like route, right? It's like, let me take the world and then let me take either some characters or like a general story. And then it's like, let me just adapt those, right? Whereas this is like, let me take the world, add new characters, and like, let's just play. And then also like, let's incorporate some of the things that people love about the gameplay, or like the certain like Fallout isms of it to actually bring, like even the rad roaches and all that stuff. I was like, these are really fun things that you're incorporating. And it's like they're all mixed into the actual story versus like a Last of Us, which is like I love The Last of Us, but if you look at it from the perspective of just like an adaptation, it's like, oh, it's a straight story adaptation.
It was a movie. It's a movie. That was a game.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, got it. Like, the gameplay itself is not incorporated in any way into the show or anything. It's like this is a straight movie that's like cut up into like 10 or 8 parts.
Yeah.
Isn't it pretty much? It's like supposed to be following the same story as
more or less.
Yeah, I mean, Last of Us is a very narrative-driven game. So it's a very. I feel like it's a pretty simple thing to or I don't want to say simple, but like a more straightforward adaptation.
Then you could also say like, do the video games that end up having not so good of a adaptation as a result because the story itself on a narrative level isn't as strong. So what they do is then they have to follow, like maybe a game that has multiple sequels, they have the same like main protagonist in each of the games. Then it's like, okay, we're going to try and follow this person's story, but we don't really have a story, but we have to somehow incorporate the main character, like in Halo, like Master Chief, right?
I guess that's
but then with the Fallout thing, the thing that kind of works about it is that every single Fallout release has had a different vault dwellers.
That's true.
You know, same rules, but just like different. So then they could take the creative liberty to just do their own version of the game.
That's true too.
I wonder if that's the reason why, maybe this one succeeds. But I mean, if you think about it, like I thought Super Mario World, I actually enjoyed the Super Mario movie.
I did too. I think we had
I think most people enjoyed it.
Yeah.
We had a great time, but we like came out of the movie realizing like this movie is only made for people who really like Mario and love the Easter eggs. Because at the end of the day, it was like you went in not knowing. Like my girlfriend went to go watch it. She's like, I didn't play a single Mario game. They came out, was like, I was lost the entire movie. And I was like, don't worry, they played Mario Kart and Smash, and that's all I needed to know.
That's all you gotta know.
That's all I gotta know.
Well, one big change they made to Mario's personality is he didn't like mushrooms. That kind of threw me off.
That did throw me off.
Mushrooms are supposed to be his favorite food. I was like, I don't know what's going on here.
Wait, is it established in the games that it is his favorite food?
In his lore, it says it's his favorite food.
Who wrote this lore, though?
I don't know. When they first made...
Yo, this guy... You know what this guy does? He goes and, like, goes onto those, like, fan Wikipedias. and he's the one who, like, contributes to those things. Dude, you're just reading those lore. Dude, that's like, starting to think, like... So you're into, like, video game conspiracies, then?
Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure. You have to be. Wait, Chris, you have to be.
Do you want my Mario conspiracies? Okay.
There are so many good conspiracies.
So you can't
for, like,
hedge
video
behind.
games.
You can't hide behind lore. So this is a conspiracy. It's the fact that he actually likes mushrooms.
Yeah, no, I think it's in his bio in one of the games. I can go off Mario conspiracies if you want me to do that.
What is a give me?
Okay, what's another
the
conspiracy?
the generic one that okay, there's like I'm gonna go through 3 real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
First, Mario is a murderer. Based off Matt Pat's game theory, the toads actually are the wood blocks, and every time he destroys wood blocks, he's killing toads.
Wait.
Based on the original,
the bricks or
the bricks.
Okay, he's breaking the bricks.
In apparently in the first game or whatever, like the toads get like turned into those or whatever. So when he's doing that, he's killing toads. I think that's the lore.
In the first game,
like which NES, not NES.
I'd have to look back. I don't know exactly which member.
like the original
toads.
the original Super Mario.
Second is that Rosalina is actually Peach's and Luigi's daughter.
What? That's kind of crazy. Wait, actually, that's.
I can sort of see.
I
She
can
has
kinda see that,
She has the
actually.
mannerisms.
Okay, so those are both from Matt Pat.
Wait, Peach and actually that makes.
And then
Interesting.
third conspiracy.
Dude, Daisy be pissed, dude.
Luigi be a homewrecker.
This is something that I've noticed in the games. I actually think the toads might be the bad guys. Like legitimately.
So then the film adaptation is incorrect.
Well, the toads play off that they're these like, oh, we're innocent, we're not.
Sound like Keegan Michael Key.
Yeah. little innocent toads, but I actually think they're a lot more vicious than they seem. They're very focused on development without thinking about the consequences. Like, did you know that the trees they chop down to build their houses are actually alive? Like they can talk?
Oh, I thought the thing that they build, I thought they like live in mushrooms.
Well, so in Paper Mario the Origami King,
oh my god,
the trees literally talk, and then later on you get to the what's it? You get to the furniture, and so the furniture talks to you because it used to be a tree that was alive. I'm like, yo, these toads kind of sus. They're kind of evil.
Oh man,
but I thought they'd live in mushrooms. Like
the last time I checked,
and like
it's like
all
cartoon.
these like Mario Party and like all these other things, like they always walk through a mushroom like house and they're like existing in even like in the Nintendo world.
I do think it'd be funny if like imagine in his like garage, Austin's garage, you have this web.
Okay, would you trust a society where all their houses were head shaped? Like you walk into a house and it looks just like a human head, and like to get in you have to walk through the mouth. Wouldn't that be kind of scary?
Like Squidward, like Squidward?
Yeah, no, I was gonna like say Squidward, right? But then there's also an understanding, right, that like the toads are mushroom people, right? Like that's their like their nature, right? Like their head is a mushroom,
yeah.
And they live in mush.
It could just be high.
People are also saying they might just be hats.
Ew, that'd be so weird.
That's so weird.
Ew, wait.
Dude,
I'm like imagining a toad without a freaking head, like a little hat
I've
thing
seen
right now.
memes with that. That's so gnarly.
Ew, that's so gross.
I think it's just a meme.
Okay.
Wait, but then yeah, like that.
Is this what you spend your time on?
Yeah, a little bit.
Wait, but then yeah, I mean, I guess it's like.
Are there lores for like Fallout?
Oh yeah. Sorry, this is about Fallout.
No. It's all good. It's all good.
Both post-apocalyptic worlds.
They are. If you actually think about it, they are post-apocalyptic worlds.
Yeah, if you think about it, yeah.
That's fun. There's a lot of like new things. I'm like looking forward to the next season. Like I really hope it's gonna get another season.
No, I think it already got
fantastic. Like
yeah.
I'm just like so looking forward to now all the little things of Fallout, and I'm like, ooh, I really want to play this game now. Highly recommend if you haven't watched or played the games, just watch it. It's a really fun time. Like very kind of bloody and gory sometimes, but also like a lot of heart and really funny. Highly recommend. Definitely check it out. I don't know if you want more video game adaptation talk, let us know. But until then, see you in the next one.
Bye.